G'day, Tonia Reeves, Australia's psychic cowgirl, here at Sunday Creek in Victoria, Australia. So yeah, I'm at home at the moment. I won't be next week. Next week I'll be on the road, but I will be coming at you from somewhere here in Australia or possibly, I think, South Australia. So that will be cool. We'll be heading to, we're going Tailem Bend, not this weekend, but the one after. So I'm happy to catch up and do some readings while I'm over there. I'm kind of putting it out there at the moment. Tailem Bend, Murray Bridge, yeah. So, yeah, I'll be visiting. So we're actually going over to watch the supercars. So the V8 cars are on there, and I actually don't remember if I've been to Tailem Bend, maybe pass through. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I'm excited to go. So we'll have a great weekend, and it'll be great connecting with you all over in South Aussie. Yay. So we're a bit excited. Can't wait to hit the road and have an adventure. So I hope you've all been well. Let's see what's been energetically this week. Again, we're in a kind of same zone that I spoke about last week. So we're still having a lot of people facing challenges, making decisions around letting things go. I'm sure a couple of our readings today will again follow suit with that, because it seems to be a really common thread. So I will share that. So it's about staying in your personal power. And like I was chatting to my fellow medium, Jacinta, who I do the women's retreats with here at Sunday Creek, and we were chatting about it this morning, and I had a great insight from her about, trusting. And it's funny, it's something I'm really, really aware of, being able to trust the process. It's my favourite hashtag. You'll hear me tell many in my readings about just trusting that inner guidance. But I still need to be reminded of it. And it was a great conversation that we had this morning about just trusting. And, yeah, I actually wasn't aware that I didn't place full trust until we had the conversation. So sometimes it's really good to nut ideas, suggestions, and anything to do with your life, with a friend, and come up with some different solutions, because quite often a different perspective can help us clear the way and almost still identify those blockages that we all know exist within us, but sometimes it's not till a situation comes up that triggers us. So, triggers can be a reaction to something. So it can be something small that you're reacting to. Sometimes where you have a situation and you go, why am I reacting to that in this way? So it can be something really trivial. Someone might have said something, or you might have gone to do the same thing you've done every day, and you've somehow found yourself mystified by things going on around you. Have a look at that, because that will be the universe's way of showing you where you need some more healing and awareness around your subconscious blockages. Because we want to be able to have that inner happiness and peace, and remember to embrace that. And, I know for me, I get so caught up in doing stuff that I forget about it. And I just think, I think we all forget about it. So that's why I love to utilise the radio here, just to remind you to spend some time on you and, build yourself up. So sometimes this can be, I went and did a great cooking class this week. I bought a pressure cooker, and I find them quite fascinating. And since buying it, I've heard all the advantages to cooking things quickly and retaining nutrients. And I love it because it's easy, because I think sometimes I find cooking very relaxing, but when you get busy and there's not enough time, I like it to be quick and easy. And I found that the pressure cooker was great. We had a fabulous teacher, and it was just wonderful to connect with a group and learn something new. I learned a few things, how to cut onions better than the way I do. It's something as simple as that. I was like, oh, wow, that's a totally new way of doing it. And, yeah, so I encourage you to do that. And you'll often hear me when I'm giving readings on the radio, go out and do a class. Keep learning. It could be learning to dance. It could be doing something creative like painting or pottery. Anything that gets you out of your head and into the fun side, the imagination side, the learning new things, because we can all do with learning. And I think that's a gift that is often underrated. So go and learn something new. If nothing else, you have fun with a group of like-minded souls. You get to meet new people and we get to interact. And I really think that in some cases is what's missing in life for some people, is that connection to others. I sat next to a lovely lady. She was a lot of fun. We had laughs. We both relate to being scared that our pressure cooker was going to blow up, So, we just had fun. And, I think in anything that you do that's new surroundings, and I'll often take myself off to things like that on my own, because I get to meet other people and new people. So we need to embrace that. So even if you're the sort of person that sits at home and you can be a bit reclusive, just go out and learn something. It's brain food. We all need some brain food to keep our brains active, something different. All right, that's my blurb for today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to go on to my first caller today. I've got Carla in Sylvan Lake, Alberta, Canada. Yay, Canada.
Hello.
How are you, Carla?
Oh,
how are you?
Fabulous. How are you?
Really good, thank you. Thank you for calling in. Now, is there something you wanted me to focus on today?
I would like to know if there's any of my loved ones around.
Great. It was funny, I was just chatting about that this morning, saying, I can't wait to connect to Spirit today. Okay, so obviously you've said loved ones, so we know that there's a few in Spirit. I want to first address there's a couple of ladies coming through together, and I feel like I want to go to almost a feeling of like mum and sister, or they're not far apart in age. So let me get some more info. They're actually characters. So they've got a good sense of humour and a good sense of fun, and I want to acknowledge that you have this as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like I'm making the most of every opportunity to have a good laugh. So would this be your mum and auntie in Spirit?
No, my mum is living.
Okay. So where are the two? These are two. I feel like I want to go to two sisters in Spirit. And it's almost like they're on one side and then we've got the gentleman coming through on the other. So it's like both from different sides of the family.
I'm sorry, you're saying a gentleman and a woman from different sides of the family?
The two ladies are from one side of the family and there's a gentleman coming in from the other. He's not related to them as in possibly through marriage, but not genetically related, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. I can't think of the two women at all, to be honest, the sisters.
Yep.
I'm doing that thing where I'm like, what? Drawing a blank. I need a little more, I would think.
Yeah, look, I'll get some more info as we go, but now we've also got the gentleman stepping in, and I feel like he's the main one that's stepping in around you, and it's almost like he's your protector. And I feel like you sense him around, or he's referring to that. There's something around a letter A. He's flashing up an A, and I'm not 100% sure that fits with his name, but it's like the A is in reference, and it's in cursive writing.
It's in what?
Cursive writing. So, like it's not just a normal A, it's like handwritten. In a scroll. Yeah. But I feel like that's relevant.
There isn't anything, like I have a male family member who passed and his middle name starts with an A. And then probably the male gentleman I'd hope to hear from the most, an A. I can't think of what.
Right. So the gentleman that you're hoping to hear from, is this a partner? Because I feel like there's somebody that's quite connected. There is an older gentleman, but there's somebody that's closer to your age who passed suddenly.
Oh, my gosh. No, I
Yeah,
haven't
he's
lost
stepping.
a partner.
Okay. All right. Because somebody is, it's almost like he's around your age. There's something in reference to the older gentleman, and maybe this is towards grandfather. He's the protector, but this other one that's sort of coming through was like younger and past, almost like past before his time is what he's showing me.
Yeah.
There's a few of them up there.
I know. I have a lot of. I have like a cousin. Like I have a couple cousins who passed young, like definitely before their time. But and then I of course have some friends who passed too.
You have who's passed as well?
Pardon me?
Who did you just say then is the last one who's passed?
I've had some friends pass, but I haven't had like
direct family members. Yeah. Okay, because it's like there's something around. I'll go into what they're showing me because there's something around a message that I need to get through to you. There's something around you taking a look at what you're doing at the moment, and I almost feel like there's a change warranted. And the way that they're coming through with that, it's like there's something exciting for you, but we're not on the right track yet. Have you just changed tracks, or have you just changed paths? I feel like I want to go to. I'm being guided to swap something.
Well, I haven't changed what I'm doing, but I added something in, like something that should benefit me health-wise and benefit others health-wise. So I'm wanting to stay on the same track.
Right. And that's quite spiritual based as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Because that's what okay. There's something around that. What you've stepped into, that I feel is right, and it's like that part of it's fine, but there's something else that needs to shift for you to step fully into that. So I feel like there's just something stopping you right at this point in time.
Yeah, well, I actually do what you do for readings, and I need to change. I need to change them because I'm getting too much info and they're getting too long. So I actually need to figure out how to make them shorter. Essentially. So I think that's probably what they're referring to.
Yeah, because it's like there's all this amazing stuff, but it's like I do want to go to a little bit like you're holding yourself back. So it's almost like, and it was a bit like that earlier message that I said, we have to sometimes surrender and trust. And it's almost like that's where you're at. The more you let go of what you think it needs to be, the more it's going to step in. And it's almost like spirit come to you and they throw you off guard a bit. And it's they're laughing because it's like you've got, like you're quite talented and you've got it all within you. You don't need to go and even learn anything, but you're a little bit fearful of stepping fully into it. So I'm feeling like I'm dipping my foot in the water, and I'm like, I know I'm on the right track, but I'm scared to jump into the water.
Yeah, well, and I think too, like I have a good clientele, and I'm nervous that they're not going to like the changes too, right? Like they're used to my cars, and I'm like, well, I'm going to have to ditch them because my readings are too long right now. Like 2 hours is ridiculous. So I need to
absolutely
ditch them.
Yeah, look, and you will get that easily. It's almost like I just want to put it out there and say my bookings are an hour and that's it. And it's like letting spirit know that's where it's at. I'm starting here and I'm finishing there. And I know when I started it was the same. And it's like you get into the zone, so you're not even aware of time. And I had to do the same. I had to say, Spirit, I've got 15 minutes. Give it to me quick because I don't have, a longer time frame when sometimes I'm doing shows and things. So for you, I just feel like you need to just declare that and say, okay, Spirit, I've got this amount of time. Give it to me as I need to. There's also something with aligning with you. I want to go further afield. So I don't know where you're currently reading, but I want to go and connect with others. And I almost see you doing similar to me in that you're doing retreats as well, where you're getting the spiritual-based people together and we're linking and we're creating groups.
Yeah.
So it's like that will be a great thing. And it's almost like people connect with you and they want more of it. So it's like even after having a reading, they still want to reconnect with you. You know, like it's not that they need another reading, but they want to more or less be in amongst your presence. So it's like a real credit to you because what you bring to the table is great.
Thank you. Yeah, they almost become extended family.
Yeah. You're brilliant at trance. I see you like trancing, so I'm feeling like I'm morphing into something. So almost like when I get connection, I almost feel like I merge quite strongly with spirit for you. And it's interesting that when you've rung in today about connecting with your, those in spirit, I often find sometimes when you do this work, your protectors and guides are quite strong for the connecting medium to go through. So sometimes it's like we have to prove ourselves even more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. But I still feel like you've stepped into the, with the readings and things, but you're still going to step up into them more and there's going to be a slight variety. So I almost feel like I don't know whether you're already out there, putting yourself out there in like psychic, I don't know, like we have over here markets and fairs and things that a lot of psychics go to. It's like I just want to put myself out there being you.
Yeah, I'm actually just started doing one social kind of thing down at the lake.
Yep.
But I have to start the proper gathering, I guess, where I feel like I fit. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little particular, I guess. I'm not a fan of certain gatherings. I don't want to offend anybody,
definitely.
but I'm not. I'm kind of particular.
I totally get that. What you're saying.
Like stuff in the light, I guess. Right.
Yeah.
You know.
I've got to go on to my next. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. You've got to. I've done it before. Sometimes where I've gone, I didn't feel in alignment, but I've pushed myself to do it. Then I've looked back and go, I should not have done that. So you're spot on with that. I've got to go on to my next caller, but I'd love you. Please contact me on my Facebook page. I'd love to connect more with you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, shoot me a message. That'd be great.
Okay, thank you so much.
No worries, Carla. Thank you. All right, I've got to go on to my next reading, Lauren from Christiansburg, Virginia. Lauren, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I've got a grandmother for you. Does that resonate, a grandmother in spirit who you were close to?
I do not have a grandmother in spirit I was close to.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Well, I've got an older lady who I feel had a close connection to you. She felt very grandmotherly. She's not very tall, and it's like she's stepping in to give me info for you. So I'm not sure exactly where she fits, but I'll get a bit of information off her.
Okay.
Maybe we're a great grandmother. I feel like I want to go to Mum's side though with her. All right, so you've got talents that you haven't stepped into yet. So I'm almost like I feel like I'm making decisions around what I'm going to do for work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I'm weighing up at the moment. But I almost want to say to you, there's something totally different to what you're thinking of. So is there a couple of things that you've been weighing up as far as stepping into?
Yes, a few things regarding my future, like with my work, my twin daughters, future partners, things like that.
Yeah. So you got twin daughters. How cute.
Yes.
You're very cute. Big eye. I can see like big eyes. I'm like, but they're very interconnected, which quite often twins are. You're quite in tune psychically, and they are the same. So it's almost like they're very gifted, the twins, I want to say. Very, it's almost like they're sort of very wise. I just feel like they watch a lot of things and take notice and observe things, and it's almost like they can see more than just what we see with our eyes in this human world. But they get that from you. In regards to your work, there's something around a change and an opportunity coming up that's going to change your work and where you are at the moment. I want to go to what they're showing me with that is that we're not 100% happy. There's a few things that don't really sit right with you at work, and we want to change that up. So it's almost like there's something that's going to come in that'll enable you to do something different. And I want to say it's totally different to what you've done before.
So I'm currently, what's different from before is I'm currently working factory work. I do enjoy it more. I do enjoy the type of job more than I'm used to. I'm used to like customer service, retail. I do enjoy it more than that. But I'm just hoping I'm able to excel in what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like that's not where you're going to stop. So it's like I'm moving into something else. So there's something, but I feel it is different to what you're doing at this right now. It still might be within the same company, but it's like being offered something else. And I want to say something with a bit more flexible hours. So it's almost like I feel like with this opportunity, it's like you're going to go, wow, that suits me so much better.
Yes, I definitely need that.
Yeah. It's like it just, like it's, of course, having children and working, it's a juggling act. Where is the father of the twins?
I'm not seeing him currently.
No,
he does help me with caring for them and taking care of them. He does help in that sense, but he lives 2 hours away.
Yeah, that's because I felt like he's not with you. So it's like, I'm a single mom. I'm on my own. And it's like that work. It's almost like it works better now that you're not together than it ever did when you were together. So things happen for a reason. But there's also somebody around you. So I want to say, like, are you in another relationship now, or there's somebody's around with potential to be in a relationship with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm kind of, when I connect with that, I'm a little bit excited.
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely different from what I'm used to, and a lot better in the sense of for me and my kids.
Yeah. And he's very caring, and he's got a big heart, and he really wants to look out for you. And he's not, I want to say with connecting with him, he's very selfless. So he would do everything for everybody else, and totally different to your past partners who probably weren't like that, or I don't feel that was, they prioritise themselves. This one, he prioritises everybody else. And he has a lot of unconditional love within him. So it's like he would take on the twins like they were his.
Yes, that is spot on.
Yeah, he's awesome. So you've done very well there. The two of you, there's going to be some really, I see you two building from foundation. So it's almost like what they're showing me is there will be a coming together and the two of you growing. And it's almost like I feel like I'm growing my wealth together. So I'm like getting my house and then having another house. I even feel like I want to say there's a lot of success in your union. And I feel like, what Spirit's showing me is that when the two of you met, there was this coming together, and I feel for the two of you hadn't felt that way before with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
I do
so
have
cool.
one question.
Yeah,
if that's okay. Kind of like back to the subject on the older woman, the one that kind of took like a grandmother's place. What are you kind of getting from that?
It's like she was excited to connect with you today. So that's why I felt like she was very relevant and almost like she's your little guardian, and she's a powerhouse. So she's very hardworking, very much like you. But I do want to say with her coming forward, it's like she puts her arms around you and she wants you to know that it's all going to be okay. So I feel like whether there's been something in the back of your mind you've been worrying over, I want to say it is going to work out and be okay, is what she's telling me.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So it's like, don't worry. Don't feed into the worry. It's not, you know how sometimes we catastrophize things in our head? Don't do it because it's not going to be relevant to you. So just let it go and connect to that feeling that I am fine. This is going to be great and I can get through this. I'm very strong, is what she's showing me. So it's like she's the healing element here.
Yes. Yes, I had lost my mom when I was 17, and I'm 21 now. Yeah, and I lost her. She had gotten cancer, and it's been really hard for me these past couple of years, and it's been on my mind quite heavy, especially after having kids a couple of years later. And I think that might be where the grandmother's place comes in.
Yeah. And don't doubt your mum will be around you as well. She will be giving you signs, like being the family person that she was. She'll connect through the children. I feel like I want to say one of the children's like mum. Now, I'm going to get wrapped up. Please message me on Australia's Psychic Cowgirl and I will continue some info for you, Lauren.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for ringing. I've got to run. Australia's Psychic Cowgirl signing off. Woohoo!